Welcome to sportsbookreview.com. I'm Flash and it's Serie A week 36. Massive wins for Atalanta, Napoli and Milan. Lazio and Juve didn't turn up. Inter obviously champions, and at the bottom end of the table, Benevento better shape up. Well, if you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button and ring the bell. Ring the bell means that I'll notify you and you'll never miss any content again, which is a massive bonus because we got La Liga coming up as well. And then later on in the week, it's the Preakness, it's horse racing, and every day it's the NBA and MLB, so there's plenty to wet your whistle. I've got Alex and I've got Tan with me, but also if you press a link in the description, that will take you over to the articles that are wrote by either Tan or Alex or Martin. But every video that we cover here on SBR is actually accompanied by an article. Gentlemen, I'm going to come to you first, Alex. Juve Milan. I told you Milan would be far too strong for him.
I stayed away, thank God, and I said to you that I would be happy if Milan will beat Juventus, and Juventus will not qualify for the Champions League spots. Again, Tan, put your camera a little bit up because you are all over the place. You know, we don't want to.
It's always all over the place.
So the fact that we have also music on the hold before the show for the first time at SBR, it's a great thing to see on a Monday morning. We are ready for Serie A. I love the fact that Benevento lost again because I'm sure right now that they will go down. I'm very positive that they will go down. I'm fully vaccinated also. I had my second jab in the morning.
Hey, congratulations.
Don't say that because he'll be ill now for 3 days.
Oh, I'm ill for today already.
Come on. That's
under the weather.
AstraZeneca?
No. Pfizer.
Wow. The looks.
Is that like the Rolls Royce of like?
Yeah, it's like the
yes,
Bentley. The Bentley.
Definitely. Are you Flash?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I just let everybody know that I'm actually at home because the pandemic took a turn for the worst here in Costa Rica. So we keep Esteban in the studio very, very safe. So I hope that I do a job that's worthy of you all. Remember in the chat, if you have a look down on the left-hand side, they're the games we've got picks for. If you've got a game that you want to have one of the boys to throw a little bit of light on, then type it in there and one of them will come back to you. Don't do it while we're doing the games. Let's do it at the end, and we've still got all the official picks as well. But Tan, talk to me about Juve because they had a real obvious chance to go and stamp a little bit of authority on that top four, and they come up wanting again.
It was dreadful. It was the most embarrassing performance in Serie A from Juventus, not in this season, but in a decade, I would say. And
is it true that obviously I didn't watch the show, but is it true that Cristiano Ronaldo had the worst grade for the match from all the 22 players or 27 players?
From myself, he had, and looking into other papers, he had as well. So,
what did you give him out of 10, Tan?
I gave 3.
Is that just because he'd done his boots up right?
No, it was it was shameful. He was almost as he was not interested. He wasn't bothered to help.
Wow.
I mean, you always expect more from the best players. Can't be that Cristiano obviously is always saving your back. But the scary thing about Cristiano is that even if in the last season you would say, yeah, he's only show up for scoring, and he's all in all the top scorer still, and he will be at the end of the season, of the Serie A, I mean. But anyway, what you would be sure always with him is that in those 5, 6, 7 great games, important, of the season, he would always show up. Well, he was good in the return leg in Barcelona, the one he played against Messi. I don't know if it is a coincidence. He failed both legs with Milan. He failed against Inter. He failed the 2 legs against Porto. So out of these 7 crucial games Juventus had in the season, in 6 out of 7, Cristiano Ronaldo was or among the worst or the worst on the pitch, like against Porto. So, yeah, it's really... but all in all, what Juventus. I mean, that was as it would be a playoff final for Champions League.
Yeah, exactly that.
You can win, you can lose. It's not that the point. It's also the commitment you put.
Yeah,
and
it's the
Milan,
way you lose sometimes. Yeah, it's the way.
And Milan didn't play greatly, but they were together. They stick together. They were focused. They were disciplined. It's not like they bossed, because the first half of the match was very poor, very, very, from both ways. But the thing is that Juventus, it was really dreadful. I spoke with many Juventus fans today that are friends of mine. I can't tell you how they are. It's really unbelievable. And just imagine this morning, there was a meeting at Juventus training ground where they had to decide, and they decided whether if to confirm Pirlo for the next game. Only 3 games in the season left. The next game is in 48 hours, and you have to confirm that on Monday morning. We are talking about Juventus, not Crew Alexandra. It's unbelievable.
Alexandra.
You've done well there. You've shown a bit of knowledge there for like League One or League Two in England. Let's crack straight on though, because there was a team that really put their front foot forward, and that's Napoli. Napoli minus 280, draw plus 470, and Udinese at around plus 1100. Alex, I expect Napoli to get the job done, but I tell you what, finding value on this card is not 100% easy, you know.
Yeah, it was my banker over the weekend. Napoli and over 1.5 goals at 1.73 or something like that. It was. I had also Napoli on a parlay bet, and it came through also. So an easy job for Napoli, and it was the perfect thing because they knew that they will, if with the win, they will go in the fourth position because their opponents, their direct opponents for the Champions League spots, Juventus and AC Milan, played each other, you know. So that is brilliant. That was brilliant for Napoli. They showed spirit. They showed the determination, the ability of creating chances. They finally scored the goals that they should score in every match with the chances that they are creating in every match. Right now, imagine that they were more clinical than during the previous one. They just had 7 shots on target and 4 goals, you know. Against the Cagliari, they had 20 and 1 goal. So that will tell you a little bit in what mental form they are right now.
Or how unlucky we were when we were on the parlay.
I won't step into this conversation, Alex. Although there are many in the chat saying, "Oh, we're waiting for the boxing match."
Yeah. No. Let them wait. Let them put a wager on it.
Yeah, that's what they are saying. Yes.
Well, take a dive and just take.
I think that Napoli will continue to do their job till the end of the season. It's not an easy match. It's not an easy match at all because we know how difficult Udinese can be sometimes. But I feel that Udinese, once again, 1-1 with Bologna, 2-1 with Juventus, that 1-0 defeat against Cagliari, they are waiting for the vacation, you know. On the other side, Napoli are all over that Champions League position, that top 4 finish. And right now, more than ever, with Juventus losing against AC Milan, they will be very happy to do it. And they will be very happy to hold that position. So I'm thinking that Napoli will win from halftime. That's why I'm going halftime, full-time Napoli at 1.95.
Yeah, I'm happy to go with Napoli actually creating and scoring their chances again here, Tam, because I've gone for Napoli to win an over 2.5 goals. I think worst case scenario, they win the game 2-1. But with the form of the young lad up the front, and by the way, he catches pigeons and he's only going to get better. What a find he is, by the way, Tam.
Yeah.
No, totally. Many people forgot that Osimhen missed the half of the season. Yeah. And at the same time, Gattuso was missing Osimhen and Mertens. So they are there third. Now, I don't want to say that they would be fighting for the title, but they would have, let me say, at least 7 points, 6, 7 points that would make
At
like
least.
that would mean sailing easily into Champions League, which would be already a lot and enough for Napoli. They played very focused, convincing, determined against Spezia, but it is as Napoli have been in the last weeks. They all just have missed to be clinical as it happened against Cagliari, but Spezia wasn't desperate as Cagliari. Udinese definitely is not desperate as Cagliari. So here, if we have to find value, because it's hard to find value, Udinese was really happy to have a nice normal draw with Bologna. So I go with Napoli to win with handicap, which means at least with 2 goals gap.
Oh, you've gone for 2, have you? Because it says -1 on the thing you sent me.
Yeah, no, -1. Sorry.
Okay. -1 on Asian handicap or European handicap then?
Well, I put the because obviously I looked at the prices, Alex, and when he said -1 and I saw the price, and I knew that was for 10.
If he said it by 2, right? You said by 2, 10, right?
Yeah, Napoli you win if Napoli win by at least 2 goals.
Okay, that is at 2.02 because -1 on the Asian handicap is at 1.5.
Exactly, -200. So that's why I thought that's what you meant.
Okay, perfect. By the way,
so either. You know, people are watching the show; they can make their own mind up.
I can't find who asked that in the chat because otherwise I would mention. But someone asked, "Flash, why don't you show us the record?" They asked that.
Because I'm at home.
Okay.
And the record's just too good. It's too good. It embarrasses all the other shows on SBR. Okay. And if you notice, please tell me one other show on SBR outside the shows I do that show records.
But we.
Exactly. Pull the lever.
Why should you ask that? You are something else. Exactly.
Anyway, so you've gone with Napoli -1 at -200 or -1.5 on the Asian handicap, which is around plus, what did you say, +100, +102. Yes. Okay, let's move on then, because we got Cagliari at -160, draw +210, and Fiorentina at +210. I look at this as an Alex classic. Vlahovic cannot stop scoring for Fiorentina. Fiorentina got, more than they deserved against the Lazio side, who should have gone in front. And if they'd gone in front, I fancy the game would have been completely different. Cagliari now probably 1 win away from being safe, if they're not safe already.
Yes, indeed. I was smiling because Dynamite wrote, "Smash the like button and Tan and Alex will put the sumo outfits on," which was a very nice.
I already have.
I was going to say, put them on.
Exactly, I already have it on. It's okay.
That's it, you have it as underwear sumo. Look, when I saw the +160 on Cagliari win, I said, that sounds good. Because that win of Fiorentina over Lazio first surprised me, very surprised me. I had suggested Lazio to win, and Fiorentina was one of the most convincing performance in months. That win means that Fiorentina is safe because now they have a 7 points advantage over Benevento and 3 games left, and Benevento must play Atalanta. So Fiorentina are safe. Cagliari are slightly there, +4, but still not done. But the fact that they are still not done means, first of all, that they are that they will get into this match much more focused. Second, they are coming from 5 undefeated games streak in a row, which didn't happen to them since autumn. And third, anyway, they largely deserve to win against Benevento. They went up, they were ruling the game, then they really did a silly defensive mistake with a wrong back pass, conceding the draw, and all of a sudden they started to get afraid, and they conceded half an hour of game to Benevento. But when they fixed their fear, they were again on top of the game. So in a very crucial one, they proved that they were the best one. So with this mindset, we'll get into this. plus 160 attract me too much. So Cagliari to win.
Yeah, I'm looking and thinking, is this just a simple, don't complicate, Alex? Plus 160 looks like if you think they're going to win, don't worry about the goals because, listen, you could be really greedy. So that's like Mitch and Barsaman and everyone else in the chat because they would go Cagliari to win and both teams to score.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that they will go down anymore. 4 points, given the fact that Benevento, they will play Atalanta, Torino, and Crotone. Benevento, maximum 4 points in 3 matches they will win. So if they will be equal on points with Cagliari, Cagliari has the edge on them with a direct score, right?
But Cagliari can't play for a draw, can they?
No, they cannot play for draw Cagliari, absolutely. But I don't see them pushing at the level that they pushed with Benevento. Because, as we said, the match against Benevento was the decider match for them both. Who wins that game? Bye-bye. That's it. Yeah. They are safe. And I said to you, I played the over 2.5 goals against Benevento, and I was 1% away from going directly with Cagliari, and I really don't understand why I didn't go with Cagliari, because at 2.5 that was a brilliant price. Right now at home against a Fiorentina side who, yes, are safe. You cannot say that Fiorentina are not safe. Of course they're safe. Who played amazing against Lazio. I would rather play, and I will play because it's an official pick, over 2.5 goals at 1.9 and not touch the winners market, because I really think that Fiorentina will find the back of the net. Vlahovic is on fire. He's absolutely cruising. Fiorentina look better and better. Okay, this is the end of the season and they have to show up because they were in danger a little bit, So, but it's important that they solve their problems and look at them right now. So over
there's a togetherness about them, Alex. There's a togetherness about them, because I like the body language of everyone on the sidelines as well, and subs who didn't get on. Honestly, you would have thought that they've just won like the Scudetto. It was amazing how they've just beat Lazio. Yeah, okay, it's a big scalp, but the performance and everyone is in it together. I love it. I think that the end of the season is coming at the wrong time for Fiorentina, and if they can get maybe a couple of additions, they might be pushing for UEFA chances next season.
Exactly, and it's true. I just wanted
in my opinion,
to answer someone on the chat.
In my opinion, they had the team to be the surprise of the season this season. Possibly they didn't pick the right manager, or they didn't pick a manager at all.
That's it, Tan.
But in my opinion, their squad is much better. I mean, can fight for the 8th place, in my opinion.
Yes. Okay, I agree.
Let me answer to someone in the chat. Obviously, they don't know the rules and how the season is going. Let's go. His name said that Benevento beat Cagliari before head-to-head is 2-1. Okay, let me tell you. 2-1, yeah, in general. But we are talking about this season, and we are talking about the first leg and the return leg. That means first half of the season at Benevento and second at Cagliari, or the other way around. Benevento won the first in the first half of the season 2-1, and Cagliari won 3-1 in the second half of the season. So this is what it counts during a season in European football or /soccer. The head-to-head, the general one, we don't care about it.
Okay, what about this next game then, Alex? I'm sure you care about this because it's your team. It's Atalanta at -550, draw plus 780, and poor old Benevento at plus 1800. Do Atalanta score 4 or 5 here?
I hope so. I hope so. I think that Atalanta, if it wasn't for the Champions League, I think that right now they would fight Inter for the Scudetto. Yes,
no,
if it wasn't for Champions League. Oh, of course, yes.
Alex,
let me tell you why.
Let me tell you why. Before you tell us why, Alex, they are 13 points behind. 13.
Yes, I know. You know how many wins are 14 points? 13 points.
It's 4 wins and 1 draw.
Okay, 4 wins. 4 wins.
That's only 12.
It's a lot.
4 wins and a little. Yeah, okay, whatever. I think that if they weren't playing in Europe, they would have a great chance to do it. This was one of the main things for Inter, that they got knocked out of the Champions League, and their main focus and a very important one was the Scudetto. And here they
May
are.
I object? May I
Listen,
object?
Tan, how have you not come in here? Because this is where you should be coming in with ifs. Because if my auntie had balls, she'd be me uncle. Right? Listen, let me tell you about Atalanta. Atalanta, they just take their foot off the gas during games. Remember, we had Atalanta, we was like fading them, even at home against Genoa, because they go through the motions. They've got that arrogance about them. They are a top four side, no doubt. Every single day, they are a top four side. But you cannot rely on them. The amount of times they dominate games and don't go through with it, Alex.
They are very fairly the second of the table. Very, very fairly.
Oh, I disagree.
Even if they will not end up second, they have been the second best team in the season. But may I object something?
Hold on, Milan didn't get beaten 25 games.
But in the last 3 months, Milan was.
Well, that's not a season, though, Tan.
Okay, but
for Milan, come on now. I tell you what, the best way to do it. Milan were 25-1 at the start of the season.
No, that's
Atalanta were like less than half that.
No, but the biggest outsider is Milan, for what were the odds and everything, and that's fairly. But Atalanta deserve to be second. Although, may I object something, Alex? You said, because of Inter went out of Champions League. Wait a second.
A combination.
Yeah. But all in all, in the end, the only team that was really affected by playing more in Europe was Roma, because all in all, Atalanta had only 2 more games than Inter. The fact is that Inter was eliminated in December, and so we've been talking about that for 3 months until then, when Juventus and Atalanta were out from Champions League in March, 3 months later. But all in all, it was only 2 games that were played more in Europe. And let's say 3 weeks by the end of February and beginning of March. All the first 2 months, January, February, they played the same thing. It's just that Atalanta had missed, well, they also let Papu Gomez go. I think they had missed a bit of experience. Well, against Inter, for example. Against Inter, they drew the first game and they deserved to lose. They lost the second and they deserved to lose. And they lost a sparkle, but it's just a bit.
Yeah, listen, I would go down as saying they're the most dangerous team in Serie A, because they can demolish you just in like a 15-minute spell. Alex, what's your official pick in this game then?
Yeah, I think that I said to you that Benevento are dead for me in the last couple of matches. They are nothing to do with Serie A. They had an interesting first half to the season, but they showed no balls, let's say, in the second half, if you can say that. Atalanta to destroy them. Atalanta -2 on the Asian handicap at 1.8. At least 2-0, at least two goals difference. And I don't understand why Let's Go is continuing. I'm talking about if the points are equal, Alex. This is what I was telling you. If Benevento and Cagliari will be equal on points at the end of the season, Cagliari will remain in Serie A between the two. If they are there at 17 and 18, they will remain because they won 3-1 and Benevento won 2-1 in the first match. What is so hard to understand?
Yeah, I mean, I've got to take issue with Ergo as well. Atalanta were half of Milan's price because they're that much better. Don't agree.
No, come on. They were almost in semi-final of last Champions League. They were, at the beginning of the season, they were much better. And the way they play, Atalanta is playing the best football in Italy. That's for sure. Can be that you are not the strongest. The strongest is Inter. But the most beautiful football is played by Atalanta still.
Okay, so where are you going, Tan? Have you got a pick for this game?
Yes, I have. And obviously, it's very hard to find any value because obviously, if you look at the outcome, it's all on Atalanta, but -550. What are we talking about? My pick on this is on the Alex Classic. Both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. Because we see that often, and it happened also last Sunday against Parma, what does Atalanta do? They just go much more in front in the score, and then the last half hour they relax, and they concede 1 or maybe 2 goals if their advantages are allowing that. That happened to Parma. It finished 5-2. It can happen against Benevento as well, but most of all, Benevento are desperate, as Cagliari was desperate against Napoli. But Napoli are not consistent as Atalanta is, and Benevento don't possess the same quality of Cagliari and don't play the same good lately as Cagliari. So I don't think it will be enough for Benevento to pull out a surprise. But considering that they are on the edge of the cliff, so they are desperate to try anything, they just can go down this without trying. So yes, Atalanta will win largely, but over 2.5 goals and both teams to score, it's classic because at least Benevento will try desperately.
Yeah, give me a 4-1. Give me a 4-1.
Yeah, I was going to say that, Alex. I was going to say that. Is the value not? I mean, I don't know what the price is, but is it not like Atalanta to win and over 3.5 goals? Because then Hugo brings in the 4-0, 4-1. Do you know what I mean? I think that's something. But then I've got to ask, because Benevento, are they going to play like they played against Juve and just try and maybe strangle the game and have 11 men behind the ball and just try and nick a 1-0 or 0-0? Because if they come out, then obviously it could be anything. They could get.
It's very dangerous. It's very, very dangerous even for Atalanta to stay and to play it like that, to have that approach, because it's only 3 points. If Benevento scores, let's say, the 1-0 in the 70th minute, it's a little bit tricky. So I think that Atalanta will go for it from the beginning.
Yeah, but guys, Juventus allowed Benevento to do that. Juventus has no pace, totally has no pace. And you know what is incredible? Benevento won only 1 game in the last 19, and it was at Juventus. It's
okay, let's move on. Let's move on then. Tan, Lazio minus 400, the draw plus 600, and Parma a massive plus 1600. Now, listen, I'm going to trust that Lazio get the job done because of Parma, the way that Parma want to play, and also the way that Parma defend. They're dead in the water. So I've gone with Lazio to win and under 3.5, because I think that Lazio, it's all about the points for them. So they get themselves in front, maybe 1-0, maybe 2-0, worst case 2-1. And they're not going to be expansive and go and looking for 3 and 4 goals.
Yeah, too disappointing. Parma, too disappointed themselves, I would say. Lazio to win, don't want to say easily, but it was too bad what happened to them. With they could even overtake Juventus. I mean, it's almost over. It's almost over for them for Champions League. But anyway, it was too bad the way they lost. There are rumors saying that Simone Inzaghi could be a choice for Juventus. I think in this moment the podium of choices is Zidane first, Allegri second, and Simone Inzaghi third.
Why would Zidane
with Ronaldo staying?
Well, good question, Alex. There was someone who was giving that question before, and I was meant to reply that during the Juventus game. Well, I can reply now as you asked. If Juventus, the thing is that Ronaldo is costing 31 million of euros, is earning 31 million of euros net per year, and the club is paying 60 million of euros with taxes. Nobody is wanting to pay that price. Manchester United could take Ronaldo if he accepts to cut 50% of his wages. Obviously, at the moment, Ronaldo is saying absolutely not. But if Juventus are not entering Champions League, as Cristiano Ronaldo possibly got only 2 shots left to play Champions League, then he would consider a pay cut. We don't know in which region, we don't know, but there is the alternative. If Juventus get into Champions League, no way they can get rid of Ronaldo. And I'm talking about get rid because that is exactly what we are
doing. Listen, anyway, it's like fishing. It's so boring, the old Ronaldo story. He ain't done it, although he's even top scorer. Listen, what about Lazio Parma, please?
Yeah, anyway, I think they will fix the disappointment they suffered last week since the very beginning. So Lazio to be ahead, half-time, full-time.
Yeah, let's hope it's 1-0, 2-0 at full time. Alex, Lazio, can you trust them?
After the performance that they put against Fiorentina, no, you cannot trust them. I was expecting them at least to score once. I didn't. I hoped that they would score once for the Alex Classic to come in. I was so sure that the Fiorentina would score,
Really?
and they did. But Lazio, come on, they were pathetic a little bit against Fiorentina, to be honest. And like Tan said, it was their chance with Milan winning against Juventus to win against Fiorentina, and to win also their match in hand that they have, and to pass Juventus in the standings and still fight for the Champions League position at 1 point difference. Right now, I don't know. Yeah, probably they will bounce back because they are playing against a Parma that are already down in Serie B. They have nothing to play for. They showed against Atalanta that they were a little bit in vacation. I was surprised to see them scoring 2 times, but that came at the end of the game, 78, 88, you know. But Atalanta were already 3 goals up when this happened.
If you look at the last 2 goals of Atalanta, they came in counter-attack 5 against 2. 5 against 2. That's telling you how the game had.
Yeah, what are Atalanta doing with 2 men at the back? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Parma! No. Parma was with 2 men in the back, and Atalanta scored with 4 or 5 men.
I thought you meant the other way around. Sorry.
Yeah, so this is telling you how unfolded the game. It was like, I don't know, football 5-a-side playing in the last.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in the streets. Alex, you're leaving Lazio alone.
This is telling you how Parma are approaching every match till the end of the season. And let's put it this way: between them and Crotone, they are the only ones who won 3 matches during the entire season from 35. Crotone won 5 of them. So I think that Atalanta Lazio will win, and they should be ready to bounce back. Yep, maybe minus 1.5 on the Asian handicap. Even the halftime, full-time looks great.
Well, I mean, listen, I've got plus 120 for Lazio to win and under 3.5 goals.
Under 3.5? No!
That's why you're getting plus 120. That's why you get the value, Alex. You know me. Okay, next game is Sassuolo at plus 450. Alex, draw plus 330. And Juve at minus 150. Surely Juve have got to win this game. But again, this is another side that you just cannot trust. And against Sassuolo, they might just smell blood, you know.
Yeah. Wow, it's so hard to give a prediction from this match.
What about the Alex Classic?
Yeah, I think that the best way to go is with Sassuolo to score. Maybe to score even 2 goals on their own. Maybe Sassuolo total team goals over 1.5 should be high enough to have a small stake on them. But I cannot trust Juventus right now. I wouldn't put anyone's money on Juventus. And more than that at 1.57. I'm smelling a Tan madness here, to be honest. And let's Tan talk about it.
Tan, are we going to go Tan madness here?
Flash, even if there is Inter Roma that is not in our picks, this is the game of the week. As you can see, I have the Caputo shirt signed by Caputo behind me, courtesy of Tai Nidong, our friend PJ. Look, I see the odds of bookmakers totally, incredibly in favor of Juventus, and something for me is not going in the right way. Now, I don't know if I can pick my guts until the Tan Madness, but I can definitely do until the double chance in. When the empire is falling, the empire is totally crashing, and you can hear the noise until the edge, the borders of the empire. Because the way Juventus are losing is, or anyway disappointing, is worse and worse week by week. They not only they lost in that way against Milan, it's against the Udinese the week before that were even, mamma mia, just shocking for how bad they were. Only hooked by last 10 minutes from Cristiano Ronaldo. And Sassuolo actually are getting better and better and better, conceding little. They even hold on a draw Atalanta, conceding little, staying put, and possibly they could have back Caputo for this game. He was already back against Genoa, only played the last 10 minutes after 2 months of being out, even though he's mainly focused. You can still hear me?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you to take a breath.
Yes, sorry.
I don't know why you take 4,000 words to say something you could do 10.
No. Although because this deserves. Although he's mainly focused on be there on time for Euro 2021. The thing is that the Sassuolo are playing good. Sassuolo are confident, and Sassuolo have a target, because that 7th place that they are fighting for with Roma possibly doesn't count nothing for the big ones, but for Sassuolo does count to play in Conference League. So they do have a target, and they prove that against Genoa. I don't know, that the thing is the mind what scares the most in Juventus. And the way they lost against Milan, many times when we see someone losing badly, we say, oh, now they are bouncing back. They were so appalling that I don't know if they can bounce back against Sassuolo. And I want to remind you also, after this, Juventus are playing Inter 4 days later, and the Coppa Italia final against Atalanta 7 days later. And they just played Milan on Sunday night.
So they could lose all 4. And how they could go 0-4.
And how important is the game for them to win it right now? How important it is. If they don't win this one, they are out of the champion for sure, 100% for me.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That's reliant on Napoli and Milan both putting their best foot forward.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, Fighter Fish is saying Sassuolo +1 is a banker. I don't know if it's a banker or not, but it's a good bet.
Yeah,
there is value at 1.81. And also,
double chance.
I'd have a football team. I definitely signed to my team Jesus and Messias and couple of Mohamed Muhammad, for good luck.
All right, last game. Crotone +310, draw +285, Verona -110. Verona, they are what they are. They keep trying. They should no way be even in the bottom 6 or 7. Crotone, is this like the last hurrah for them? Are they going to come up? They're +300. Surely they should be like +800, 10.
We could be in front of history in this game, because Crotone conceded 90 goals in 35 games. The worst defense ever in the history of Serie A was 91 from Casale in 1940.
Oh, well, listen, they're going to crush that record.
They're going to
3 games.
It's going to crush the record. So it's enough 2 goals conceded, and they will be the worst defense ever witnessed in the history of Serie A.
Can we trust Verona to score 2?
They are playing. They hold yesterday Torino, and actually Sirigu did a lot of miracles. Verona deserved to win. So they are actually playing.
More enough. I mean, look at their season
you're right.
so far.
You're right, but Crotone defense is back. It's not part of the only one that is not part of my top 5 this. But if I have to go with something, I would say pre-summer game or ending of a season game. So Alex Classic, both teams to score and over 2.5 goals.
Okay, so it's Alex Classic for you. Alex, what are you going to go with in this game?
They can hardly find the back of the net, Crotone. This is what I'm. This is
less
why
than 1.5 goals.
Well, Simi scored 19. Simi scored 19.
Yeah, imagine that there is a team going down, and their striker is what place in the top scorer?
4th. Well, imagine that 6th now. And he's been overtaken by Muriel and Vlahovic in the last round.
So Alex, do you think that Verona are value here at -110?
So I think that I'm a Bari supporter, and we went down when Igor Protti in '96 won the overall Serie A top scorer table. And it was a time when there was Batistuta, when there was Crespo, when there were many others. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, there is too good to be true. This at 1.93 for Verona not to take it. Really too good to be true. Between the two of them, they are by far the better team. I don't know if Crotone will score or not. Hopefully, it will end at 2-1 for Verona, for everyone to cash. But 1.93 is too good not to take it, you know. Against a side, Crotone, that they are dreadful.
Okay. Esteban, stick up them graphics, please. Let's have a little look at the official picks. Here we go. So the Alex Cagliari to win an over 2.5 at -110. Atalanta -2 on the Asian handicap, -125. He wins by 2. It's a push. Verona -107, not complicating it. And Napoli half-time, full-time -105. Tan's gone for Napoli -1.5 on the Asian handicap, around +100. But obviously I saw the -200 and thought that's what Tan would be going for. Cagliari, not complicating it, +150, can get +160 in places. Atalanta, Alex Classic, -120. Sassuolo, double chance at +125. And Lazio, half-time, full-time, -150. I'm just going with Napoli to win and over 2.5 goals at -110. And Lazio, and under 3.5 at +120. I think the Lazio are going to make sure they get the points and maybe take their foot off the gas.
I've never given a -200 in my life. The
Yeah,
maximum I get, maximum I gave was -180. Come on.
Don't worry. It's fish and chip paper now. Okay, Esteban, get them off. 2-team parlay, please, gentlemen. Alex, who's the first team for the 2-team parlay?
I would say Atalanta -1.5 on the Asian handicap.
Okay, Atalanta, what price is that? -1.5 on the Asian handicap. It's going to be like what? Plus -140?
I think even more than that. Is at -200.
-200. There's one for Tan. Tan, who's your 2-team parlay, please?
I say the Asian handicap, the handicap on Napoli Udinese.
Okay, Napoli and -1.5 at +100, or Napoli -1 on the Asian handicap.
Also, you ask the guys to say about the matches that.
Yeah, but you boys took too long, and I've got a
okay.
La Liga show.
Just wanted to add some leans here. Sampdoria versus Spezia, Alex Classic, and Torino AC Milan, also Alex Classic.
Okay, and if you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button, and ring the bell. Ring the bell means I'll notify you. And in just over 45 minutes, we will have La Liga with Roman and Martin Green. Busy week ahead of us. Press the link in the description. It'll take you over articles that are wrote by Alex, by Tan, and by Martin. But every other video that we cover here on SBR is accompanied by an article. So enjoy. Please press your thumbs up. Shows a bit of appreciation. If you haven't subscribed, then make sure you subscribe, because there's plenty going on. Alex, Tan, have a great week. See you both on Thursday. Until then, you take care.
Thanks. Let's go to sumo training now.